say this a lot, but today it was a day of high drama in Congress, more than usual even. There was a major plot twist in this ongoing quid pro quo show today. Donald Trump's ambassador to the EU, a wealthy hotel owner named Gordon Sondland. This is a guy Trump appointed after the guy donated $1 million to his inauguration. He was the gentleman in the middle of the Ukraine negotiation. He initially said he was not involved. He didn't know anything about any quid pro quo. But then two of his colleagues testified that he did. They said he did know Trump was withholding military aid in exchange for dirt on the Bidens. So Sondland did something highly unusual. He revised his testimony. He now says he did know that stuff he didn't know last week. According to his new and improved testimony, he claims his memory was refreshed, and he now recalls telling a top advisor to the president of Ukraine that they would not get military aid unless they launched an investigation into the Bidens. Gee, I wonder what jogged his memory. Maybe he started taking those omega-3 supplements or something? They say those are very effective against perjury. So, turns out it was a quid pro quo, which we already knew, but now we know, which means our president might not be telling the truth. I know. I'm disappointed in him, too. I really am. And I have some more bad news for the president. According to a new Washington Post ABC News poll, all 5 of the top Democratic candidates are polling ahead of him. Joe Biden leads by 17 points. He has 56%. Elizabeth Warren, Bernie Sanders, Pete Buttigieg, and Kamala Harris all lead Trump, too, as do bedbugs, R. Kelly, slow Wi-Fi, the late Eddie Money, Dr. William Cosby, those whiskey pods, Honey Boo Boo, Mama June, double warm coleslaw, dinner parties where you don't know anyone, Matt Damon, and genital herpes. All lead, all ahead of Donald Trump. But Trump isn't worried. The last time he came in second, it all worked out fine. And to cheer himself up, the president held a peppy little rally in Kentucky last night, at which he managed to brazenly lie about his position on health care and come up with a brand new slogan, all in one sentence.
We will always protect patients with pre-existing conditions. And we will also protect you with pre-existing physicians. How about that? Pre-existing physicians. First time I've ever said that. Just thought of that. Oh.
Yeah, well, I believe it. It makes almost no sense at all. But that little detour paled in comparison to this. Now, I know we're used to this now, but this is really so embarrassing. This man is so insecure. Even though he's standing in front of thousands of people wearing his hats and chanting his name, he still can't resist showering himself with loving praise from an angry old lady named Lou Dobbs.
The great Lou Dobbs. And he said when Trump took over, President Trump, he used to say, Trump is a great president. Then he said, Trump is the greatest president since Ronald Reagan. Then he said, no, Trump is an even better president than Ronald Reagan. And now he's got me down as the greatest president in the history of our country, including George Washington and Abraham Lincoln.
Can you imagine, like, anyone else in the world talking like that? Stroking themselves so vigorously in front of other people? It's crazy. We have a crazy person running our country. And not only that, he's also still demanding more credit for the military strike on the leader of ISIS.
They can take what we did 2 weeks ago with the #1 terrorist in the world, and they make it look as bad as possible. In fact, I love dogs, but they gave the dog full credit. They didn't give me any credit. That's okay. The dog got the credit.
No, it took 3 years, but our president is finally feuding with a dog. You know, Donald Trump doesn't have a dog, but he claims he likes dogs because he knows it would be unpopular not to like dogs. But I'll tell you this, he doesn't have a whole lot of good things to say about dogs.
Beto quit like a dog. It's hot as hell in this room. I'm sweating like a dog. Mexico, they would laugh at you, they'd throw you the hell out like a dog. And he was fired like a dog. I'm watching Marco sweating like a dog, and I see her barking like a dog.
Because honestly, he cheated like a dog.
He choked, just like a dog.
He choked like a dog, he choked.
He choked like a dog. Just got thrown out of the Navy like a dog. She cheated like a dog. He died like a dog. She lied like a dog. None other than my friend Snoop Dogg.
Well, that's an entirely different story. But this was not only a scary day for the president, it was a bigly day for his third favorite son, Donald Jr., who released his first book today. It's called Triggered, which is funny because just like everything else DJ TJ tries to do, Joe Rogan did 3 years ago. But this is some book. He attacks Obama, Robert Mueller, CNN, Mitt Romney, George Bush, liberals, the media, the liberal media. Basically, for $18, you get to read his father's Twitter account. And one of the more interesting personal tidbits in the book is his defense of accusations that his father is a racist. He wrote, "Oh, and by the way, given all the things my father has been called, particularly a racist, it sure sounds odd that he'd let his son vacation with a black man or hang out with Michael Jackson, doesn't it?" Yes, that does sound odd. That sounds very odd. Nothing says I love my son more than leaving him alone in a room with Michael Jackson. Your father's not racist, he's insane. Meanwhile, while all this tumult is tumulting, where in the world is Sean Spicer? Look at that. Is that a dancing? He's just as good at dancing as he was at handling the press. Give me a little more of that, will you? Yeah, and after that dynamic performance, Sean Spicer, who again had the lowest score, survived another week. He's now in the final 6. Somehow, Sean Spicer has survived longer on Dancing with the Stars than he did in the White House. And no one was more surprised by this stay of execution than his dance partner, Jenna.
The first couple who is safe is Sean and Jenna.
What? Another? That's the same face Melania made on election night. The judges have now had enough of this Sean Spicer. Carrie Ann and Abba openly expressed confusion and dismay as to why he was still in this, and they weren't at all subtle when they gave the scores.
Carrie Ann Inaba.
It's a 7.
Len Goodman. 7. Bruno Tongilde. 6.
Bruno went a little bit too far, but I guess he's getting votes. Sean Spicer has become the Sanjaya of Dancing with the Stars. People are voting for him just out of spite. His former boss tweeted support last night. Even though today is a real election day in 39 states, last night Trump wrote, "Vote for Sean Spicer on Dancing with the Stars." He is a great and very loyal guy who's working very hard. And I tell you, I hope all these proud, red-blooded, red-hatted Americans who've mobilized to vote for Sean Spicer every Monday night on Dancing with the Stars remember how passionate they were about this televised cha-cha contest when one of their sons tells them he wants to try out for the high school production of Cabaret. I really do. Thanks for watching. If you liked that video, click the subscribe button. And if you didn't like it, well, you hurt my feelings.